Well, it's ramp season. I mean, I went out this morning, still kind of drizzling rain, but I had to dig up some ramps because it's such a short time they're here. And at work this week, one of the people I worked with said, "Gee, would you like any ground venison?" I said, "Well, yeah." She had killed a deer last fall. She is a expert marksmanship and I don't know, whatever it's called with a bow and arrow too. She gets deer every year. In fact, she skunked her brother this deer hunting season. So she gave me some ground venison. And I thought, ground venison, fresh ramps. What can I make? And I thought I'd try something really different. And it turned out so delicious. It is ground venison and ramp enchiladas. It is to die for. And it's so easy to make. Let me show you. Hey resilient citizens, this is Potpourri. If you are not already a subscriber, please click on the subscribe button below and click on that little bell icon so you receive future notices when I post a video. And if you like game recipes, I have a playlist for that. Or if you love to forage for ramps and want some new recipes, I have a playlist for that too. Both of those will be in the description box below this video. But now, on with the show. Now we have our ingredients. I've got 1 pound of venison here thawed out, but you could use ground beef or ground elk or ground bison or ground moose, whatever you've got on hand. 2 cans here of red enchilada sauce. We need 30 ounces, and these are each 15-ounce cans. I won't have my home canned enchilada sauce again until probably end of August, beginning of September, because I need to have more tomatoes. And then we have 1 package of Colby Jack and 1 package of, I'm using the sharp cheddar cheese that's shredded. And this is a 1/2 cup of diced ramps. But if you don't have ramps, you can use onion instead. And then 2 cloves diced garlic, so I am just using my minced garlic here. And 8 flour tortillas. And then if you have green onions, you might want to put it on top. I'll show you in just a minute what we're going to put on top. So we're going to take a ramps and we're going to cut off that root end. And then cut off right up to where it's coloring different. Cleaned them, of course, first here. And then we're just going to slice them. And we want about a 1/2 cup of these. Now for the colored part here a little bit, I'm going to use that kind of like a green onion. It's a little firmer, can you hear it? I'm going to put some of that on top. Now don't worry, all these leaves aren't going to waste. I'm going to dehydrate them and make a green ramp powder. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Now wrap your tortillas in foil and place them in the oven for about 10 minutes. Now we're just going to cook our venison, our ramps, or onions, depending on what you're using, and our garlic. I'll be back when this is cooked through. Our meat and our ramps and our garlic is done. Now on to our next step. We're going to combine our meat mixture with one of these cans enchilada sauce. Make sure we get it all out. Put in 1/2 of this cheese. 1/2, I think. And 1/2 of this cheese. Now we just want to mix this all up because this is what's going inside our tortilla. taken them out of the oven. I'm going to put in our mixture here. Maybe a generous 1/4 cup. Maybe just a little more. Now we're just going to roll them. Smooshed out a bit, right? And roll them seam side down, just like that. Be back when we have them all done. Now we just want a spoon, or in my case, pour our remaining enchilada sauce. Just want to cover them well. And I had just a little bit of meat left over, so I'm just putting that down here. I can cook in some of the sauce. Now we're just going to cover this in foil. Great. And we're going to bake it for 30 minutes in our oven. We're just going to put the remaining cheese on top. This will definitely be a cheesy enchilada. To me, that's enough. I'm going to leave a little bit in the package. I am going to sprinkle of these more purplish ends of the ramp. And you could put like sliced black olives on it, maybe some peppers, whatever you like as a topping. And now we're going to put it back in the 400-degree oven for 5 minutes uncovered. Okay, fresh out of the oven, and it is hot. We're going to want to sit for 5 or 10 minutes before we dish it up. Oh, doesn't that look good? All nice and gooey. And now I got to put on some hot sauce. Not exactly Mexican hot sauce, but this stuff tastes great. So now let's do our taste test. Doesn't that look good? Big bite here. Melt in your mouth, fantastic. I can't encourage you enough. If you have family members that are hesitant to eat ground venison, make this. They'll never know. But this, with the ramps, gives it a whole nother flavor level. So I urge you, if you can find ramps and you have ground venison, try this venison ramp enchilada recipe. You'll be glad you did. What's your favorite venison recipe? Comment below. Thank you.